right there, right there, right there, right there. Right there, right there, right there, right there. It's hard to breathe with all that in the air. And you can see how it accelerates the particles counterclockwise. It's going to become a cluster nucleus, and they're going to have them all over. There's one down here. They're starting to light up. They're going to be all over. And the organisms are going to come out of the lake and all off the trees and off the ground and start flying around. Look, this one's lighting up over here. Okay. So there's no light there. I proved that already. This is on my side, and there's no light from my side. And that's right next to the power cable. And these things are smart. Every time I put a camera on them, they vanish. Look at all the organisms on the power line. And if you're going to say these are pixels, don't bother, because you don't know what you're talking about. Just look at all those organisms right there. So that's going to be forming into a cluster, or all the organisms in the air. They rotate counterclockwise faster and faster and tighter around the nucleus, and they start to glow. And they just pop out of nowhere, out of the air. You can see the orbs moving very fast. And it's a perfect example of how a cluster forms. And it's going to form a very hot nucleus right there, and those are black orbs, and those black orbs are black wasps, and they have 4 wings. They're interdimensional. They exist at a very high vibrations frequency, and they can achieve and sustain very high velocity rates, and everything about them is just fast, super fast. So they're interdimensional and extraterrestrial organisms that have come here not too long ago. They may have been here a long time in the past, a long time ago, and you know, they come and go, but they're here now. That's what's important, that they're here now. And there's a whole lot of them here now. And that's the most important thing. The question is, why are they here now? And what's going to be happening because they're here now? And these are interdimensional extraterrestrial organisms. They're being dropped on us with the chem spraying and in other ways. Today I saw a silvery, like a blimp star ship, I don't know, it was moving very fast, but it made no sound and it gave off no exhaust of any sort. It just glimmered and it looked like a cigar-shaped object, and it was silvery and aluminum sort of color, and it was big, very big, and it had some kind of cylinders sticking out of it, but I couldn't see exactly what. I didn't have the zoom lens And I didn't have the camera at all. I just saw it with my eyes shoot across the sky, and I watched it go across the sky for like, I don't know, 15 seconds maybe. I got a good look at it, but I wish I had the camera so I could see better. I just kind of traveled on a steady pace, but fast, right across the whole sky until it was out of sight. It gave off no sound, because if there was a jet there or any other plane, it would have been heard on the ground. But this gave off no sound, and just moved in a steady course, a steady pace. It's a silver and aluminum combination in color, and it wasn't that hard to see. At times it sort of like became almost invisible, but then it kept coming back into sight. And there were no clouds. It was totally cloudless day to day and sunny. So, in a way, it could vanish and then reappear, but only for short periods it would vanish. Most of the time you could see it. It was on a steady course and at a steady speed right across the sky until it vanished out of sight. Look at all the clusters forming now. I'm doing this now in the daytime because when I do it at night, nobody believes me. Now you can see exactly how this happens and the speed that the orbs are going at. And they're drawing the power to do this right off the cable there, the power line. And whoever doesn't believe it, it's really too bad for them, because they'll never believe anything. And if you're one of those people, I feel sorry for you, because you better wake up and look at this and really take a good look and a hard look, because it's going to affect you whether you like it or not. There it is. It's going to be a small hexahedron cluster, because it's drawing off so much energy off that power line that it's going to just spark up. And hexahedron clusters can be very small, but have a lot of energy, or they could be very large and have even more energy. They come in all sizes. Usually they're very large, but you can see small ones like this sometimes, and this is a perfect example. And that means that one has a lot of power because it's drawing it right from the power cable. And you can see all the organisms that contribute to that. They're all over that power cable, and their motion around and around and around the wire, they draw electromagnetic field energy from that, and also draw electric energy from that, and that's what happens. Then they pass it on to each other, and as they spin around counterclockwise around the nucleus, they spark up. And as they spark up, they charge up themselves even more. And you see how the whole thing is starting to move? The whole thing is going to start moving, and it's going to become larger and larger and larger until it becomes very large. And then as they go up into the sky later on, they pick up more organisms, and then they go up in the sky and pretend that it's a star. It's amazing how they do it, but very clever, ingenious, and I don't know if this is a natural process or if it's some kind of advanced technology or alien technology, but whatever it is, it's ingenious. Either way, it works very well, and it's really handy to be able to do these things. And these organisms are really smart, no doubt about it. They're nothing to ignore. gonna be a big one right there tonight. But I'm not gonna shoot that one for any longer because I know it's gonna be happening right there, so I can always come back to it. That's a big wasp right there. See how he just, those are big wasps right there. You can see the wings moving. Boy, they're going to be starting to fly around tonight. But that's a big wasp right there. See how he just, those are big wasps right there. You can see the wings moving. Boy, they're going to be starting to fly around tonight. But right there, right there, right there, right there. Yeah, you can see that has wings on the bottom. And you just moved them right now. See that? It's mean looking, boy oh boy. And that's where I see a lot of glowing. The other day I took a video of things glowing right there. There's an orb, big orb right there that's glowing next to that red orb, or red light, whatever it is. It looks like a big white orb. And that just showed up right there. That just showed up, that wasn't there before. So that black thing standing up could be a humanoid shape. If it gets into that orb and shoots out here, then it is. So somebody's landing on that roof and taking off from there. And that's some kind of a craft. And that little shed on top, that, I don't know, a lot of things go on in there. I don't know exactly what. There's a lot of activity on that roof and inside, but it looks like a shed. It's not a shed. It's used for everything else but to be a shed. I'm just going to go over to the other side and see. There's a lot of orbs right there on top, the white clusters, and something's going on up there.